Hello, everyone. Mike Arnold here, co-founder, Path Trading Partners, along with Bob Iacchino, who is not here. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing? We have Bitcoin payment module here. Yo, 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 here we go. Columbus, Ohio. Welcome from Columbus. Is it a daily thing now, Abraham? XPEV? OKTA. We'll have to get to some of those in a bit. And hey, Dan, welcome back. Hope the baby is doing well. And Green Day, yep, good having a green day. So, peek in, GameStop, Restoration Hardware, they did earnings after the close. So we'll take a look at that. Restoration Hardware just bouncing off of major support recently. So we will take a look at that. By the way, if you're new here, please do consider subscribing, ringing the bell, and hitting the like button, because why would anyone want to dislike this channel? This was just a choppy day. Up day in the S&P. Up day in the S&P. Hey, waka waka, hey, hey. What else we have? Hope you had a good day. Thank you. I had a just fine day. I just glad I can be around to help people and to give them some advice. We have information about options in your trading course. I'll probably have to do something besides looking at weeklies and everything else. I'll probably have to do something separate just on options at some point. Everything that I do can be used, because whether I'm trading options or stocks, you're still analyzing the underlying the same. Then options add that additional layer of complexity, because now you have to, stocks, you're either bullish or bearish, you're either long or short, you're buying or selling. Options, you can do a whole bunch of combinations with it. So that's where it gets a little tricky, because now you have your time frame. Are you doing a bull call spread, a bull put spread? Are you taking in credit? What's volatility doing? Do you expect volatility to go up or down in the near term? Are you doing straddles or strangles or iron butterflies or iron condors? There's a lot of stuff. You can analyze the underlying the same way, and four different people could come up with four different options trades depending on their viewpoints on things. So that just adds an additional layer of complexity that would probably be best suited in a separate kind of learning module or something. I'll have to think about it. S&P today, you can see here still, look at this. Every time, look at how many times. I'm just going to put a line on here real quick. If I can get a line, there we go. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is that line of roughly? I mean, I have it at 47.0525, which is this little gap open, but 8 times. Well, you go 4700, 4705, 8 times now, chipping away at that level. If this level does break with some momentum, I am watching for a surge higher. Okay, keep that in mind. We'll just leave this line actually on the charts. Let me just, what color would we like it? We'll make it this color. There we go. That jumps out. So that's one of the key areas I am watching for some intraday momentum today. You can see here, coming up, rolling over, coming up, closing back below, coming up, closing back below, then making a run for it at the end of the day. So every time this level is hit, it's just chipping away at it. Before, it was major resistance, and then we went into this sell-off. But I really like this price action coming up here and rotating back up. That was a really nice area with the 1 hour rotation zone. We had finally, it was early in the morning, a little bullish mode, then it pulled back. And then the only other thing was this watching for this rotation. So now with this kind of action, I am still watching for higher prices. It's nice to get a pausing day out of the way, a nice little pausing day, because that burns off. You know, we were pretty overbought with yesterday. Coming out here, dipping out overbought and still not going back in. Now we could be setting up with a divergence unless this gets a really strong push, but I am going to be watching for that really strong push higher. Bullish area, we need to be about above 47.02 for tomorrow to maintain bullish. To the downside, let's see. Really, this 46.67 area, 46.67, because we start getting below there, I'm watching for further pullback to the back bottom of the rotation zone, and that was this little resistance ledge becoming support. If that breaks, then I'm going back down closer to these other support levels and the bottom of the rotation zone. So that's what I'm watching for on any pullback. What we don't want to see is a move back below at this point around this 46-41 area, especially on a closing basis. And then major on the sand is still 46.21. You definitely don't want to see a close below there, but I will start getting a little worried if we do start breaking down below 46.41 on this bullish move. Again, we're pausing up here at the highs, burning off yesterday's major momentum move higher with a really nice pausing bar, letting some of this rotation zone catch up. So right now we have the first cross of when we get the first cross, this has technically gone from neutral back to bullish mode, even though, I mean, based off the price action yesterday, pretty much put us back in bullish mode. And when you see this double cross pattern, it's confirming that we had the bigger pullback to the rotation zone on the weekly, which you see here, strong rotation back up. Again, reminder, if we do close the week above last week's high, it is a very bullish buy signal for me for the next couple weeks, at least running through the end of the year. Just put the harmonics on here. So above this, what was our high today? 47.12 area. Tomorrow I'll still be watching this about 47.24 to see if we can make a run up above there. Once we start getting about 47.12, 47.24, then I just put on the harmonics. We get a strong day. I'm going to 47.39.50 to 47.40.50 prior high, and we just came up with this harmonic level. So that's just reinforcing the prior high. And then look at this. Now we have a cluster higher. Above there, my next major target's 47.67 to 47.71. So we have a complete upside roadmap game plan at this point, which is why it's so handy to have these harmonics. Again, you really want it to be holding this rotation zone. But if it does fall back down, you don't want to close below this bottom of the rotation zone. And really, you don't want... You can watch for a dip to 47.41. You don't want to close below there, but you really don't want to close as this rises up below that 4-hour rotation zone. That's it on the S&P. Let's see before I get to the NASDAQ. Let's see what else we have here, if there's anything else. Let's see. Oh, we have some more. Was that a question? VOI, FYI. Could you clarify that, please, for me, just to make sure I understand? All right, NASDAQ. NASDAQ today, and also a pausing bar. Let's go back to that daily chart. Sorry for jumping around. See, this is the major key area still on the NASDAQ. I'm watching for a key close, 16,421. You see that price was rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times today. So that's really where I'm watching for a either strong intraday break, momentum break, where that level holds, or a close above it with just slow momentum. That's the key level for the NASDAQ. There was some bullish mode in the European session, and then finally getting back this afternoon. into some bullish area. Other than that, returning also to the 4-hour rotation zone and getting the rotation back up right now. With this, now we do have a proper pausing bar, so we can update those levels. Again, nice rotation. I am watching for a continued push higher tomorrow. We do have a potential divergence once this re-enters overbought condition, but if we get a really strong push higher, especially I'm just seeing if we got any good levels here. Strong push higher, especially about above the 16,005. Then we've got some sustained momentum. Then I'll just start watching for multiple divergences. The first one won't worry me. So to the upside, first area is the 16,421. Above there, I'm really keying off then about the 16,511, then 16,549, then major area up here 16,632 to about 16,661 area up there. If we did get above that on a really another strong massive move, 16,721, then the most recent highs, but not yet overbought on the daily. Also got the cross of the rotation zone again, which the double cross pattern down and back up, which is the return to the higher time frame rotation zone. So that's something, just keep that in mind. That's why you couldn't, it puts you short-term bearish, but then, with yesterday was neutral, this bullish with that move. But this shouldn't be, oh, well, why are we crossing back and forth? It just means you had the bigger correction on the higher time frame. So if you ever forget to look at the higher time frame and you see this double cross pattern, that should trigger your mind to look at the higher time frame and see the rotation out of that rotation zone. Again, from a weekly perspective, a close above this week, above last week's high at 16,456.25 is a very bullish entry signal on a weekly basis. Let's just see what our shorter term levels are. I got to do bullish mode for tomorrow. Bullish mode for tomorrow, I'm coming. I mean, we could. I need it to really keep proving itself with this kind of little rally right now. So above 16,407, I am in bullish mode. Although if we're holding that 4-hour rotation zone, I'm still technically in slightly bullish mode. But above 16,407, I am in much more aggressive bullish mode. On pullbacks, this little two lows, about 16,250. Roughly key off of there. See, you actually have three lows in that vicinity. If you pull back below there, I'm going to 16,176, bottom of the 4-hour rotation zone, and this prior key level. And below that, 16,176. I mean, you have the trend line, kiss the trend line goodbye. Let me remove this old neckline. You have that. I really don't want to see 16,100. I do not want to see a close back below 16,100. That would wipe out 50% of this candle, back below this trend line, and back below the daily rotation zone. So that's a very key level for me to the downside. Let's take a look at the Dow. Oops, where's my Dow little thing? Dow, slight down day. Still, the Dow key area is we have all these clusters right here. And you have rejection there, rejection there, rejection, rejection today. So this is a very key area we've been trading against. And you can see here, couldn't really sustain much bullish price action above that 30, this level, this 35, what was that before I moved it? 35,795 area. So that's, I'm pretty much keeping it just a little higher for tomorrow. About 35, we can just go to about 35,814, 35,815 area. So what I'll be watching for bullish mode tomorrow. This was just a very strong cluster. With this nice little pullback here, we're going to raise our harmonics. Take a look at this 4-hour, again, 4-hour rotation zone. Dow you know, was the weakest of, was it the weakest of the bunch? Yeah, the weakest of the bunch today. But just basing sideways. So we got really overbought yesterday. This is letting the rotation zone catch up. So this is a key concept. Remember, there's two kind of corrections. Sideways, this is definitely a sideways, or a pullback sideways, letting the rotation catch up. So now I'm watching 8 pushing the price for the breakout tomorrow. Bullish area above this 35, 815 area. We're going 35, 926. The high from today, and just above this little, you have some key resistance points. You got this little resistance ledge right in there too. Above there, let me see what we have. Above there, I'm sticking with 36,075 right here. Testing 1, 2, broke through, became support, then became resistance again. Resistance, resistance, spike above, close below, spike above, close below, and then running away. So that's a significant level right there. 36,075. Above there, we got 36,130 cluster. You have the 12.5% retracement harmonic and the projection harmonic, so would not ignore that little level, especially on an intraday basis. Then above there, I'm at 36,309 to 36,346. Key pullback levels, 35,400, bottom of the 4-hour rotation zone, and this little level of significance. This other minor levels, I'm just going to take out of there. It's not going to be very key. I'm going off 35,400. Below there, I'm back to 35,177. 35,177 would put us, we don't have the first cross the Dow rotation zone yet, but that puts us back into technically bearish mode if we were to get a close down by that level tomorrow. So definitely don't want to see that for the bullish case. Dow not overbought. Also Dow, also like the other two, dipping out of overbought on the 4-hour, and now going to watch for the breakout continuation move tomorrow, with hopefully follow through on Friday for the bull case. Let's see now. We got those out of the way. GME, just checking in on this. The meme stocks trading down post market. Hello, Wavy. Hello, hello. Trading down post market, so I guess they reported. Oh, wow. That's a huge miss. Revenue beat, but earnings just got a huge miss on that. And you can see here, down after hours. Again, we've just been in bearish mode on the daily. Bearish mode on the 4-hour coming up. Could not get a close above this cluster high, and now earnings dumping back down. I'm going to be watching the 159.05 level tomorrow. That is going to be very key going into tomorrow. Let me just pull some of these old levels off. And if we're down below that, yeah, then 150, you already had the levels on there, 147.41 and 135.76. I always like to check out on Restoration Hardware. They must have crushed it. Huge gap tomorrow. We could probably retrace a bit of it because it's aftermarkets, but I'm going to be watching for that gap up, and I'll definitely be putting on my gap harmonics on Restoration Hardware tomorrow. Reported 703 versus 661, so a decent 6.5% upside surprise nearly, and blowing it out on revenue. So that was very strong for Restoration Hardware, back above the daily rotation zone. Oh, look at this, basing right at the top. So this is going to be a nice one to watch for any key pullbacks, for possible key pullback entries. That's going to be interesting to watch for some key pullback entries, and then a potential continued run higher through the end of the year. So I will definitely be keeping an eye on that. Let's see. Nothing really new on XPeng. Nothing really to talk about. with today's price action, it looks like an inside bar from yesterday. So essentially, same key level holds. You're still watching for the bullish case above 48.30. Flat daily rotation zone. So this to me would just be watching for that intraday breakout above that level. Possible retest that level and then the same levels holding up. Now this low's been tested twice. So that is very key. This little, you can use that just off the short term, these two lows, right around this 46.11, 46.13. You break below that, then then it couldn't hold this little run up, and then I'm watching for pullbacks to 44.46 and 42.41. Nothing else to really about that. OKTA. Let's see. Oh, what? This is one that I just have to trade the key support and resistance levels if I was trading this. This is not one I watch. Just see something here. Okay. Oh wow. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. It looked like it was going to hit that area. I mean, you're pretty much trading this thing. This is not trending or anything else. It's just in this huge horizontal channel. I can do some longer term analysis for this. Wow. If you're in the bullish case, here's pretty much your bullish line in the sand. You don't want to see a weekly close below about 212.50. A weekly close below 212.50 would not be good in this. Right now, I would ignore the rotation zones. They're just flat and wavy. They're not going to provide you any other information. I would just be starting to use some of these key harmonic levels, especially if you're in bullish mode, to raise up stops. I don't have a long-term pausing bar yet, so right there, I would just use this, especially on a close. You know how much I love that 62.5% harmonic, which you just tapped off today. So I'd be watching that, and you have the flat 200, but we're choppy. I'd really be watching for a key close above this 243, 244 area. Above there, I would then you're into this little mini clear path move, and that also takes you, if you want to be a little more conservative, see, you can watch for about 244.60. You see how this was prior support becoming resistance. So we tested that with the harmonic and that key level. So that's really what you're looking for bullish, continued bullish mode. You want the close above that level, or you want a strong intraday break and a retest and then a rotation back up. Then I'm really just targeting this 253, because you don't have a lot of concrete stopping points. There's just a lot of noise in here. And I just go to 262. And then for the most recent highs, although let me take a look at this, see if there's any. Now we don't have, there's not a lot of, the only other key area of significance is really right around there. So right in front of the new highs, about 270. 270 would be an overall target to really aggressively move up a stop. And again, on pullbacks, this area's really got a hold around this 37.5% harmonic. You can see here, gap through that level, gap open above, but close below. Double test that level with a gap open right here. That's a very key level. So if I'm in bullish mode, and I did anything down here, and I don't trade this stock, but if I did anything down here, I'd definitely be moving my stop up around this 225 area on a closing basis. Meaning I don't want to see it close back below there. Why? Because you close back below there, this prior resistance becoming very strong support did not hold, and you have the gap fill. And then you didn't even get a strong rotation up prior to the areas of the major channel highs. Again, it failed about, at that 62.5, and that would not be bullish at all. So keep that in mind. Let's see what else we have. Oh man, how'd that happen? When did that cut over? I'm sorry, guys. All right, where did I go over? Okay. How long has that been? Hey, sorry about that. I wish if you can redo. All right, here's OTKA. When did it cut off? Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. 7 minutes or so. What right when you started it? Yeah, I'll go through it again. Which one? I know I have to do OKTA. What else did I go? What else went off the rails? Did you guys see? Let me just do OTKA. Here's the levels. So I have the retracements on from the high of November 18th to the low of December 1st. Here's that key 40. Sorry, I wasn't even looking at the comments. I was so focused on the technical analysis. Here's that 62.5% level. Here's that significant level prior support becoming resistance. There's your bullish case. Here where the target's the upside. What you don't want to see is this key area is 225 right here. Close below that, you have the gap. Okay? And then I'd be watching for back down around this 212 area to hold. But that would not be, again, bullish on 225. What else? Did my GME and Restoration Hardware, is that when it switched out? Is that when I hit the wrong button? I don't know how I hit that. After Dow, okay. So sorry, again, thanks for sticking with it, guys. Restoration Hardware all the way up to the 645 area. I'm going to be watching for key pullbacks. That's definitely in bullish mode with that earnings beat. So that is very key for me to watch for bullish entries, at least going into the end of the year. And here's GME. GME. Again, down here, 163. I'm focusing on this 159.05. Again, 4-hour rotation zone, daily rotation zone, and 4-hour rotation zone against it. And then lower on that, here's your harmonics down here, 147.41, 135.76. Let's see. We did that. I'm just going through to see what else I missed. That'll teach me to ignore comments for a bit. I wish you guys had a buzzer. We need a buzzer. Still don't. Amazon, I missed that one too. Thank you for the super chat, Abraham. Really, really appreciate it. Thanks, Ken. I wish I saw your comment earlier. Let's see, Amazon. Amazon, we're back in the channel, but look, we had this other significant level on the charts from before, 35.25, still no close above it. That's your bullish case right now. I wouldn't want to see it falling back out below this about 34.50 area. Would not want to see a close back below that, back below the channel. This little harmonic in the 200 hold, but I would not want to see a close back below that channel. And to the upside, again, with where the NASDAQ is and everything, you start getting some momentum breakout in the NASDAQ back to the upside. I'd be watching Amazon above this 35.25 level, gets momentum. I'd then easily target 3,600. Then above 3,600, it's back to 36.76. Roku, ooh, that is a nice little break. I did not check Roku today. Just checking where we just checking where we're sitting with Roku. Well, yeah, bullish on Roku. Coming off that bottom, really nice divergence bottom with that gap up. So as long as this end of day area holds, let's just take a look at this Roku. This is actually interesting. There might be some short-term plays in here. Oh yeah. So you don't have much. This is really nice airspace. So again, I'd say above this 258 level tomorrow, you start getting some price action above. Just go off 260. Above 260 tomorrow. Wow, above 260, you don't have any stopping points here. Above 260. So that is really going to be interesting. Let me see where that could be a really nice intraday play. Yeah, I'd be watching this one tomorrow. If you're at all looking short-term trading, Roku's very interesting. Above 261, 260 would be your first warning sign that we're breaking out the upside. But then above 261, you still have this just single candle area. I'm going even down the shorter term chart to see. Look, you have nothing. You have nothing in the way. So that's a really nice play. Potential play above there. I'd just be targeting this 269 and then to about 272.50. That would be a great intraday target on a nice breakout to the upside tomorrow. I'm going to add that to my watch list. Thanks for Roku. What else? Yeah, that's gonna be one of my go-to morning thing to watch. Oh, I think longer term, that's where these are levels, if you're longer term bullish, I would not ignore these levels to move up a stop, especially because we might get some back tracing. After you hit this key area, that's some pretty strong resistance right here from before, so I would not ignore it with the declining 50 because you could do a little backstop. So I definitely use it to either lighten up and then look for a possible re-entry on a pullback and or definitely raise stops. That would be a definite raise stop area. COUP. Coupa Software. All right, so all right, they beat on revenue. I'm just seeing what they did. This is an interesting play. This is a real interesting play. Close above 186, out of the way of the 4-hour rotation zone. And you got this little pause. Oh, this is really nice setup. Yeah, and the only negative is against the daily rotation zone, so I just keep an eye. I might even raise the stop a little sooner. Now, if this pauses down here, just moves up slowly, this is going to keep dropping. It's slightly lower probability since it's against the daily rotation zone. If it were to trigger tomorrow, I'd definitely be watching this 197.78. I might even raise stops a little earlier if it hit the rotation zone on the daily basis. But this is nice. This isn't too big a pause area, so this is the move it's reversing right here. That's a really nice area. And look at that second target, little resistance shelf, second target. And then you get through there, you got the third target, which is right near this prior support becoming resistance area. So that's one to keep watching for too, this coup. I know nothing about the company, but that's a nice little just technical, and you have a little divergence, so another push lower today, higher RSI, so you're coming off a little short-term divergence bottom. Let me see if there was longer-term price action. Nothing fantastic there. Nothing earth-shattering. Just curious to see how far beyond those harmonics it went. Just curious here. How far? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Right in front of your 160.12 harmonic. So that's really nice pattern. Okay, so it's like SAP, Oracle, Workday. All right. That's an interesting one. That's one to put on the watch list also. COUP. COUP. Keep an eye on it. Boy, this is helpful. Thank you. Thank you. Anything else we want to look at before I wrap it up? Again, sorry about that little screen mishap. I hope people are still here. Yeah, that's a boy. I found a couple great plays. That's why this is so handy to do this live stream. A couple potential great plays. So, anything else? I'm not seeing anything else. With that, then we will get ready for Tesla mode in about 20 minutes. Again, oh, see, I messed up everything today. I didn't even take that off. So don't even bother subscribing to my channel. Just delete your subscription, unring the bell, and hit that dislike button on the way out, since I made it Mr. Bungles and for some way hit the wrong button. So there we go. I will talk to everyone later, and we will see you in a few minutes. Bye for now.